What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Nikki here, and in today's video I am going to be going over my best and worst stocks in my Robinhood long-term dividend portfolio, y'all. So without further ado, let's get it. You already know though, first things first, if you are new here, what is up? My name is Nikki. New and means so damn much to me. If you would consider subscribing by hitting the MB in the bottom corner or that red subscribe button down underneath the video below, join the crew, join the journey. On this channel I post a minimum of 2 videos a week, all about money, stocks, investing, finance. I just like to make money, have fun, entertain, and educate along the damn way. I'm just really big on investing for something bigger than ourselves. If you are into that, or if you enjoy hanging out with me half as much as I truly love hanging out with each and every single one of all y'all, please consider subscribing. All right, y'all, so in this video I'm going to be going over my best, meaning like best performing returns at the moment stocks, and the other side of that, which is the worst performing stocks that I currently hold in my portfolio. Small little disclaimer here though, I am not going to be including fractional shares because, to be honest, I love the idea of a fractional share, I really do, but I just don't really consider that like a full investment because I don't hold like full shares yet in either one. So until that happens, I'm not really going to count those. So these are strictly just companies and positions that I have at least one full share of. So with that out the way, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the best of the best, the creme de la creme, the top dogs, the apples of my damn eye. I said 5, but when I was scripting, I totally forgot about 1 and didn't realize it was as good as it was. So you actually gonna get a bonus here. You're gonna get 6 of my top best performing stocks really damn quick. Hold on a second, I gotta tell y'all. So I am going to do this in the order of like 6 being the least best, and then number 1 being the absolute best stock I have currently in my portfolio. So with that being said, number 6 is going to be SPYG. It is a S&P 500 growth ETF. So currently they're around $49.54. Come down here, you can see I have 7 shares. They make up about 3% of my portfolio. I am up about 26%. So good returns on that for me. The dividend at 1.13, and you guys, just a little thing here, I'm going to kind of talk about, you know, why I have these and why they've done so well for me pretty soon here. So just stick through these 5. I'm gonna go ahead and explain a lot more after that. And then coming in right behind that is actually going to be Best Buy. Now Best Buy is currently around $109. I do only have 1 share, so you could kind of say like, whatever. I had made a video when I first bought this stock. I will go ahead and link that down in the description box below if you want to check it out after this video, just talking about why I love Best Buy. And for them, you know, you can see here they have given me a 27% return on 1 share. I bought it at an average cost of $85. They do pay a dividend here of 1.95, so I highly recommend going to watch the Best Buy video where I really dive into why I love them. But I will get on to the next winner for me, and that is going to be Target. You guys are currently around the $136 mark. I have 3 shares at an average cost of about $104. I'm up almost 31% on them. They do pay 1.96% dividend, and Target is just another one that I love. I think it's better than Walmart. Not to say that Walmart is bad. I think it's a good investment. I personally do not consume Walmart. I don't use it. I don't go there. It's not really on my radar. Therefore, I don't really invest in it. And that's just kind of what I believe. I consume at Target. I really love their business. I love what they do, their marketing. It's just more up my alley. And then the next one that has given me some sweet gains is probably honestly no surprise, and that's going to be Apple. They're currently at $459. I have 2 shares. They make up the majority, I believe, majority of my portfolio. It's between them and OKE, but I'm pretty sure it's them. I lose track sometimes. But I am up about 49-ish% with Apple. They do pay a small dividend of 0.68%. I did an entire video about Apple and buying them right now, if it's worth it, if it's not worth it, because of the stock split that's coming up. So if you want some info on that, I will go ahead and leave it down in the description box below. You already know what to do with that. You check it out after this video. I honestly cannot say enough good about Apple. I absolutely love it, and I will be owning them for a very long time. All right, you guys, so this is actually the stock that I forgot about when I was scripting. So this is technically the bonus stock, but whatever, it don't matter. And it's one of my fun ones. It's not a huge holding of mine. It's under 1% of my actual portfolio. So take this with a grain of salt, but it is what it is. And I told you I'd tell you the worst and the best. And this is one of the best, the second best actually. And that is Wendy's, you guys, they're currently about $22. I have 2 shares only. I am up 54% on Wendy's. They do pay 1.74% dividend, but you guys, it's just like, I don't even have words for this. Like, some people were coming at me and they're like, does this girl not know that Wendy's filed for bankruptcy and Yo, here's the deal. One of the franchise, the biggest, I think it was the biggest franchise location filed for bankruptcy, but there are multiple Wendy's throughout the country. So if 1 or 2 or 10 or 20 go down, it's probably okay. I wasn't really concerned. It wasn't really anything I thought about or worried about. I just am not going to be adding to this position anytime soon because I do think it's currently a little bit overpriced because I mean, the PE ratio is a 46, so I think it's a little bit much. So I'm not adding, but I mean, in the future, I probably will. I mean, it's got a good 5-year chart right there, so who knows? I just think Wendy's is the best fast food restaurant. I think Del Taco is a close second. That's a personal preference, but Wendy's for me is just fun. I just enjoy it, and so I own it, okay? Whatever, sue me. All right, y'all, so are you guys ready to see my biggest winner? I'm honestly stoked because ever since I opened my Robinhood account, I wanted to own this company so bad because I'm such a big believer in it, and y'all already know my story with it. I don't need to explain too much, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it is for me, and let's just say I'll be adding more. And that is Peloton. You guys have heard me talk long and strong about Peloton. Oh, they're currently at $65 just about. I have 6 shares. I'm up about 134%. They make up 3.5% of my portfolio. They do not pay a dividend, obviously. They're straight growth for me at this point. If you've been here, you already know that I had 11 shares and I sold 5 of them when they hit a $49 mark because I have that average cost of $27.66. I wanted to take some profit. A little upset. I'm not really upset. You know, I didn't know what I didn't know. In hindsight, I wish I would have waited and sold half of them at this point. But when they drop down to the 45-50 range, I'm definitely going to be buying more. I love this company. I think there's room for them to really take off and grow a ton. If you do too, please let me know down below if you own Peloton, because if you do, we need to be like best friends because I'm obsessed. Alright guys, so I don't know if you were kind of like making a mental note about what a lot of these companies have in common and why right now they are my absolute best performers, but let's think about this for like a hot second. These companies all revolve around somehow in some way, whether directly or because they pivoted and adapted ASAP to absolutely be destroying and crushing the competition in this stay-at-home economy that we're in. I mean, look, Peloton, hello, it's a subscription-based workout platform on a spin bike that you keep in the corner of your living room. You don't have to go nowhere. And your health, your stress, it is all gonna benefit from a bike. And even if you didn't want to buy the bike, you can just subscribe for like 13 bucks a month and get a plethora of strength, running, walking, dancing, yoga, meditation, like literally tons of on-demand content for you to stay healthy in times like this. Then we have Apple, which no shit, Apple is just destroying. I've talked insane amounts about Apple. They're a tech behemoth in the stay-at-home day and age. We are using tons of tech to survive, thrive, and still do jobs. So duh with Apple. Best Buy I love because they straight up stayed the course because they adapted and pivoted insanely early in this whole pandemic. So Best Buy, hats off to you. I'm not taking my hat off because I got some nasty ass hat hair, but hats off to you for doing the damn thing. Then we go to Target. Hello, they got toilet paper, hand sanitizer, gloves, and Clorox wipes. No shit, they're gonna be doing all right. Do me a favor, stay to the end of the video because I'm gonna tell you a secret about picking stocks. One big secret that I think is overlooked, all right? So stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and get into my damn losers, y'all. Ooh, shed a tear, pour some out for the real ones because these guys are some losers. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go in order of like bad, but ain't that bad. And luckily, I have about 40 stocks in my portfolio, and I only really have losses on about 5, 6, 7 of them. So, you know, your girl is getting lucky right now. I don't know what it is, but I really am not doing too bad. But these are straight losers, so let's go ahead. Let me show you what it is. All right, guys, the first one, unfortunately, is going to be Cisco here. They're currently at $42.45, and I'm about to show you something that just like, literally when I saw this, I was like, yo, what the hell is going on here? But check this out, look at I mean, went from $47 straight down to freaking $42.92. Like, what? Anyway, though, let's just try to ignore that. Let's go down here. I do have 10 shares. Hint, hint. I did actually buy more after it fell, but I'm currently down about 3.5%. They make up almost 4%. It's not a huge thing. That's why this one is, you know, we ain't that bad. But they do pay a 3.32% dividend. I honestly love their dividend. But the weird thing too, I'm like, well, earnings came out. Maybe they sucked. No, their earnings were fine. So maybe some internal stuff. I really didn't read too much about it. I wasn't too concerned because I know I'm gonna hold them for a while. So it don't matter to me. SPYD, which is an ETF that follows, you know, low volatility, good paying dividend companies. I have 10 shares. I'm down almost 6%. They do pay a great dividend of 5.91%. So the next one is actually one of the best dividend paying stocks I have in my portfolio. So not too concerned about how much I drop in, I guess, gains you could say, but that's gonna be AT&T. So they're currently about 30 bucks. I have 10 shares. I am down almost 12%, but they pay such a good dividend at almost 7% that it's like, it don't matter to me. I'm really not concerned, and they're so strong and sturdy with that dividend that I'm willing to take a little bit of a loss. To be honest with you, my average cost is $34, so I should be lowering that by buying in right now, but your girl's on a damn budget, okay? Like, you know, we gotta be smart with our funds here. But AT&T long-term, not concerned, mostly because of the dividend. Then moving on to just a stock that I bought literally a week after I opened my account because my dad thought it'd be cool if we just tried it, I guess, and that is AgeX. Currently about $1.15. I have 105 shares at almost 98 cents, just over 1% of my portfolio, but I am down about 16.5%. They don't pay a dividend, nothing like that, but like this 3 month, they were doing like, well, look at, they were up 100% right here. I was feeling myself. I was like, oh girl, you should cash out. But then I was like, for a few pennies, I don't know, I'm thinking if they can hit $3 to $5 at some point, that'd be juicy. I mean, 105 shares, I don't know, we'll see, but it's okay. I'm not worried. I don't really add to this. This is kind of just hold and see what the hell happens. If I lose $120, I'll lose $120. It don't matter to me. All right, you guys, so actually AgeX is my worst performer. After I scripted and everything, there must have been some after hours trading going on. So the next company is still down about 15%. Still just shitty regardless. AgeX is my worst, but this, it's bad. Okay, it's bad. And that is One Oak. I did add more shares, so I have more because it did drop and I wanted to lower my cost. But one of my worst performing stocks is my best dividend payer. I make about $15, $14 or $15 in dividends when I had 15 shares. So I'm gonna make more next time, but they definitely pay me the most in dividends. So they're currently around $29.50. I have 20 shares, an average of 35 almost. I'm down 15%. The dividend's 12.25. Sustainable? I don't know, but I got paid this month, so I'll just take it. I think the fact that they just paid out their dividends, they can survive another 3 months and pay it out again. They may cut it a little bit, I don't know, but a little bit is not a big deal to me. It'll come back. They're big. They're one of the biggest in the industry, so I'm not concerned. All right, y'all, so the secret that I promised you here, the one thing that I kind of live and die by as a long-term investor with my long-term investing hat on, the swings in the economy are going to create a playbook over time of insane winners, insane losers, and who even knows, a year, 3, 5 years after that, it's gonna switch and those losers become winners and the winners become losers. For example, let's look at great fall of 08. Horrible, horrible situation for our economy. Literally everything sucked. Everything crashed. It was horrible, but especially banks, so financials and real estate. I mean, the housing crash, it was just awful. But let's look at one of my favorite financials, JPM. So JPM is currently at $102. If we look at what happened in 08, yeah, they tanked. They went down to $22.85. That's a straight loser. In 08, JPM would have been a loser in my portfolio. But had I bought tons of shares of JPM when it crashed and people were freaking out in 08, it's currently worth $103. Had you bought and not sold, every share that you bought would be worth $80 more today. So in 08, it would have been your loser. But in 2020, it probably could have been one of your best winners. Now let's look at something else. Let's look at something like DocuSign that currently is trading around the $200 mark. It's a straight winner in today's economy. So you buy it at the $200 mark, you buy a couple shares because you feel in yourself, you're like, yeah, this is going to continue to just freaking grind up and I am unstoppable. But let's say sometime in 2021, maybe even 2022, people are starting to go back to work, Corona is settling down. You buy a winner now, in a year, 2 years, it's not as valuable valuable anymore. So it drops. It goes from $200 to $150, $100. It's probably at that point going to show up in your portfolio as a loser. So do you get pissed? Do you sell it? Or do you say, hey, you know what? I like the company. I'm gonna hold on. And maybe in 2030, we have, by the grace of God, we don't. But if we had another pandemic and we go through this whole situation, it shoots back up, therefore causing it to be a winner of yours. So I don't know if you guys are catching on, but my point is, you as a long-term investor, stop worrying about the winners and the losers today. Because if you're holding these companies with the intent of holding them for a very long time, the swings in the economy are going to king some people and then kick those people right out to the curb maybe in a couple years. I mean, you don't know. Is Coca-Cola a winner because I'm up 3%? Or is Coca-Cola a winner because it's freaking Coca-Cola? So the secret really is that there is no damn secret as a long-term investor. You gotta know the business. Do you consume the good? Do you use the good? Do you use the service? Do you believe in the company and the business model and the management? Do you believe that it's a stable company that can ride out a lot of stuff? If it's yes to all of those, then bada boom, bada bing, you got yourself a good investment. Like usual, y'all, if you made it this far, please smash the damn thumbs up. It means so freaking much to me. You honestly have no idea. And if you're not subscribed and you are still here, please join the crew, join the journey. I'd love to have you. We would love to have you. And you guys, if you made it this far, you already know you gonna get some kisses. You are the real MVP. Come here, you know I love you. And like always, you guys, enjoy the journey, whatever your journey is. And always remember to do it as your heart's on fire. And I will catch y'all in my next video. All right, bye, you guys.